What is good, you guys? Welcome back to another Invincible Guardians of the Globe video. So today is going to be a little bit different. I want to cover something that we basically did not go over on the channel directly, but I did look at it. Where the hell am I? Here we go. I did look at it about the questions. It was like 31 questions, if I'm not mistaken, that the community asked. The devs community question day thing on February 9th. That made me think. A lot of the questions there were, it was like half and half. Some were good, some were bad. Some of the questions were like legitimate, like common sense questions that I'm like, why would you waste your time asking that? But more than less, there were some good questions that even answered some stuff that I wondered. And for me, I thought about it, and then I came over here earlier today, and I looked at the suggestions, and I was looking at some of these suggestions, and then I stumbled across my suggestion that I had made a few days ago, and I saw that it had a lot of feedback on it, so I wanted to comment on my suggestion, and also maybe come up with some suggestions for you guys, with you guys, and then some of you guys can maybe even comment down below your suggestions if you have, and put them in the Discord. Now, the suggestion right here that you see on screen might be a little stretched out. I don't know how it looks for you guys. I can try to... Excuse me. I'm going to try to maybe make it look a little better, so it's not as bad. If I do this, maybe it looks a little better. Something like that. But more or less, I'll read it out to you. So, my suggestion was Sandbox. Sandbox will be a feature like no other. It's a place when you can build. Well, I meant to put where. Place where you can build and test teams before you commit to fully building them. So, that's just like the quick explanation. Now, Sandbox, what I would want it to be intended to be, is somewhere you can test teams and characters and the idea of teams and characters before actually committing to them. Like I say here, so for an example, I've been wanting to see if building Bulletproof is worth it, but I don't want to waste my resources to find out. That is a true statement. I currently have built him. I have gotten to Omnipotent Plus, but I have not wasted my resources on leveling him up. And that's my thing. I keep hearing everybody talk about, oh, get him to level 1000. He actually punches really good. He actually does this. He actually does that. But then I'm also at the point that I'm like, do I want to invest 40 plus characters? Because remember, you got to get 40 of a character plus the fodder. So technically 120 characters to get a character to get a character to legendary, to get a character to 1000. It's 140 characters when you do the math, because it's 40 of that character that you need, and then it's 40 to build them up, because it's to make it into exceptionals. So you need a lot of it's a lot of investment. Like I said, it's 120 characters. So I don't know if I want to invest that into Bulletproof. So what Sandbox would basically be, and this would be the idea for this topic, it would basically be, if you went into your game, you know how you have GDA Ops, right? You would basically go to that page, and either underneath Cecil Nightmares, right above Arena, or maybe below arena, somewhere in the tab down below where case files at, doesn't matter. I think putting it somewhere down where case files at is more suitable. Somewhere down there. Be a testing, it'll be sandbox, testing arena, whatever you want to call it. You click that, you go in there. Every character is unlocked, and they're all able to be changed and intertwined the way you want. What that does is once you go in there, you are able to drag a character into the team slot, and then if you click the character the same way you do when you go to rank up, you'll be able to rank them up, change their level, change their omnipotent or legendary or seismic or whichever way you're trying to test them, and then you'll be able to level up their skills, their power level, whatever you want. You'll be able to put whatever artifacts on them, whatever stuff like that, whatever gear you want on them, whatever. Now the reasoning I want to say that is it won't carry over obviously into your regular account. It is only for sandbox. This would allow content creators like myself and others to build content and make our own data testing, because a lot of content creators, I do it, I see a lot of other content creators do it, give you their testing. And a lot of time when you cross-reference guys' data, it's mixed up. It's all different. There's countless times I've watched other content creator stuff to try to see what they're talking about, and I look at their stuff and their stuff isn't true. It's not incorrect. It's not correct. And then I look at other people and look at other guys' stuff and I'm like, oh, that's correct. There's times that I go back and look at my own stuff and be like, oh wow, this is outdated, or oh wow, this wasn't the way I thought it was when I first made this video. It happens. So that will be something that would allow content creators a way to stay up to date with the constant changing of which characters are good for this and good for that and scales. And it would also allow us to try some wacky teams without having to invest insane amount of money or cooking our other projects that we might want to do in the idea to test something. And with that being said, I think you should probably understand what I want for Sandbox, and that's why I think it would be a good idea. That was one suggestion that I already have and I already suggested into the Discord. And if you agree with that idea, and if you like that idea, I would say go to the Discord, find my suggestion right here, and give it a check. Now, I do have 2 other suggestions that I would like to say here, and if you guys agree with it, I'm going to put it in there. And if you guys agree with it, go check it out and go give it a check. One being, I don't know if they could do it monthly. Maybe every 3 months. But I'm thinking a global threat event. And it's going to last a week. Global threat event be a week long. And what global threat will be, it will be an event. And let me actually pull up my game here so I can show you. That will be the name of the event. Global level threat. And it will basically be the character that is invading is the boss. It'll be a GDA op mission that you put your best team in, and your team will be fighting for 24 hours. Your team will be in there for 24 hours. You cannot use your team then for other GDA missions. This team will be permanently there for the entire day. And if this is a weekly event, that means for that week, that team, if you're going to keep using it, that team is going to basically be not usable for an entire week. And the reason why I want to make that clear is the rewards on this event would have to be worth it for doing that. So let me actually pull Game Monitor up here. So what I'm thinking is global event. It will be right here at this top area where I'm tapping. It'll be a red bar that says global event flashing to let people know so nobody misses it. You would come here, same way we have this stuff that's up here. You would have something like this, how it's flashing, and it would say alert global event. Click it, like any GDA op, you would Where you go in, you put your team together that you want to use, and go. Now, I think the best character to do this with, once they're in the game, would be Thrag. You could have Thrag and his Viltrumite children. And I've also said this because I know it was actually one of the things, will we get more rare characters? I personally think when Thrag gets introduced, the same way we got what's his name, Oliver and Multipaul together in the battle in the what's it called, in the battle pass, when we got that new character. I think that's what we should do with Thrag. My opinion. I think when Thrag comes out, I think you add him with his daughter and his son. Add him with his daughter and his son and make them both blue. Make them both blue rare characters. So they're fodder. But they're going to have synergy with Thrag. They're going to have synergy with other Viltrumites. Which makes it that they're a rare character that's worth building up. But that's a whole different thing. The reason why I'm saying Thrag is because Thrag makes sense in the sense of a storyline thing, but you can do this pretty much with anybody. You can do a Battle Beast invasion. You can do a Ragnar invasion. You can do a Segwid invasion and have Russ Livingston be the bad guy. You could do a Universa invasion and have Universa be the bad guy. It doesn't matter who it is. The idea of the main point of the idea is it is a weekly global event where everyone participates together. There will, I believe, should be a leaderboard to see who are the biggest contributors from the top. I would say, to give it a wide scale, the top 1,000 players have the top 100 get some good rewards, and down on, lower the amount as you go down. Just have it at the top 1,000 people. Then I would say the rewards for the daily mission that your team is going to be doing for the 24-hour GTA op your team is going to be doing, battling this invasion, you should be able to earn a plethora of things. I'm thinking 100 gems for every 10 waves that your team can achieve. Because this is meant to be hard. This isn't meant for your team to be able to easily breeze through this. Unless you are super whaled out, you shouldn't be able to breathe through this. This is supposed to, kind of like how the Battle Beast event is, when you get that one Battle Beast and you gotta kill him, and you gotta use your team, and that one Battle Beast is like a super boss Battle Beast, and he's whipping your team's butt. Kind of like that. It's supposed to be difficult. So maybe you do 50 gems or 10 gems, something like that, for every 10 waves. But if it's going to be as difficult as I would want it to be, I would say 100. But even 50 is good enough for every 10 waves. Then you also earn characters, rare or purple. It's randomized, like how Skullvow is. Dossiers and lab tickets. I think the reason why I say you should earn all of this is because only the top 1,000 people that do the most damage during the event are going to be on the leaderboard. That's how I think it should be. So with that being said, the people that are participating in this event and knocking down the health bar of this invasion, because it's going to be 100% health bar, and for every, like they did, I know they did this a while ago, not like an event, but they did this on their Instagram. They did a light goal challenge. And for every certain amount of likes they got, they gave us an in-game reward. So I believe it was like 1,000 likes, everybody got a free dossier. For 5,000 likes, everyone had got a free, I think it was 3 dossiers. For 10,000 likes, everybody got a free gold dossier. For, I think it was 15,000 likes, everybody got a free random free character. The random free character ended up being Cecil. 20,000 likes, everybody got, I think it was I'm trying to remember. I forgot what it was. I think it was something to do with like an artifact or something like that. And then it kept going on and on and on all the way to 50k likes. So I think that's kind of how the same thing we should do with the global event. It should be 100% health bar, and every 10% down, the whole entire Invincible fandom earns a reward for every 10% of we knock off on the evasion. That way, when if and when the people complete the evasion, there is a global reward. The global reward should be that character. So if you survive the event and we're able to stop the evasion and complete it, which I believe with the amount of players we have, I think we could beat it. But if we're able to stop the event and beat it, everyone should unlock the character. That's why I think it'll be a great way and a unique way to showcase new characters. Or maybe something for a new character after they've already been released. I don't know. I just think it'll be a really cool idea and a really inactive idea with everyone having to participate and pull their own weight. Because even if you're not on the top 1,000 list, you could be like, oh, talking with your friends maybe, and be like, oh, look, I contributed 17 million damage to the event. I'm like, oh, I contribute 35 million to damage to the global event. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about being on the leaderboard. It's sometimes, just being able to say what you did. And I don't know. I think it'll be a good idea. I don't know. It sounds fun to me, but you guys more so let me know what you guys think about it. I definitely understand the fact that it'll be probably complicated to implicate and not easy to pull off. I understand that. That's why it's just a suggestion. I don't know how hard it is to actually set that up. And whatever ideas or complications it would have, I would be totally down to talk with them and see if there's any ways that I can help or figure it out with them or anything like that, because I feel like that would be such a cool idea, such a unique style of game. And for the reward aspect of it, I don't think it needs to be too crazy. I know most people are always like, oh, it needs to be 7 billion gems. Like, I think we get more than enough free stuff. So I would say for like at 100%, if you get it down to 90%, 100 gems, you get it down to 80%, a gold dossier, get it down to 70, maybe a gear piece, or maybe a ticket to a lab from the lab, something like that. I think if you get to that 30% down, then it should be some good items. Like maybe 30% you get a seance dog, being the seance dog is only obtainable through Cecil Nightmare, through case files. Seance dog would be a really cool piece to get for somebody that is a lower level. So the people that aren't that strong get to benefit off of the whales out there. Then like maybe 20% you get 500 gems. Everybody that plays the game gets 500 gems. And then for if you complete the action, everyone gets an exceptional plus copy of the person that we are battling. So like once again, if it's Battle Beast, everyone that plays and participated gets a exceptional plus copy. And if it's Thrag, everyone gets an exceptional plus copy. If it's Omni Nolan, if it's regular Omni Man, if it's Mark, whoever it is, you get an Omni plus copy of the 100 thing, plus whatever you earn throughout the week from doing the 24-hour GTA op. Once again, it's something fun that they can do maybe every 3 months. So maybe 4 times we get this event a year. I don't know. I just think it'll be a fun idea. Maybe, once again, I don't know how hard it is. Maybe it's too complicated. I just think it'll be really fun. And then the one other idea I have that I would really love to see would be, and I think someone actually did mention this, was some sort of trading system. I would love an implicated trading system. Whether it is a shop level trading system that is like, okay, I pump in 5 exceptionals that I don't want into here, and I'm able to exchange it for maybe an exceptional that I do want. Or maybe I can, with one of my friends, I can message them and we can request a trade and we can trade characters back and forth. And I know I've seen some people talk about it before and they were like, oh, but then it'll ruin the games economy and I don't know if it would. I could see ways that it might. I can see ways that it could be taken advantage of, but I also see the fun in it. And for example, like me as a player, that I have so many, and I'm not saying it's a flex. I have so many copies of cards that I don't necessarily need at the moment, and some other players might need them. And there's not much that I actually need. So for me, I might be asking for something that's totally easy for them to give me. Like, I might be like, you know what? You want a copy of let's say Machine Head. You want a copy of the new Machine Head because you're one copy short from getting him to Elite Plus? Okay, I'll give you a copy of Machine Head. Give me 100 million pink XP and I'll do that trade. Some people might be like, oh yeah, I'll do that. You know, there's a game that I used to play way back then. It's a PlayStation game. It was called Neverwinter. And it was one factor of their game that I really loved, was their trading system. And the reason why I loved it was a trading system that some people definitely did get overkill on. But it was a trading system that was completely between the two traders. It was no like, oh, you can't trade this item for that item because we don't allow that or we don't consider that even thing. If I'm willing to give this guy my Omni Plus Conquest for a one piece of gold, that's my decision. I should be allowed. If the trading thing is available. Now, I understand where people say, like, oh, that might be too much because then you can have people that, like, pay real money and stuff like that. And that's where I say, like, okay, I understand that aspect. Maybe that's why I understand why they didn't add that, because they don't want people to do stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel like if you add a trading system, you should have full free range. I don't like the trading systems that certain games have where it's, you can trade, but they have to be equal value, like how, for example, Clash does. Like, oh, yeah, you can trade me your legendary card, but you got to trade me back a legendary card. Like, I never really liked that concept because it's like, why can't I trade you 4 epic cards then for that legendary card? Because I'm pretty sure some people would rather that anyways. So that's how I look at it. That's why I always said I personally really love the Neverwinter trading because of that reasoning that I was able to trade. Like, I would help my friends out so much times when I would when I was higher level than them and I had good gear. I'll be like, yo, look, I got this good gear. Trade me some gold and I'll give you the gear. That way it was a trade. It wasn't like I just gave it to them just to give it to them. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of like an idea that some people might like, some people might not like. I just like the idea for 2 reasons. One, I know there's plenty of people out there that would trade me some probably good... Because I personally would trade for artifact pieces. That's what I would trade for. That's why I think it would be good for me. Because for me, people are going to make some characters. They're going to get some characters off of me. Because I will trade a hefty amount of my characters for some artifact pieces. If I can trade, for example, right now, I want Burger Mart Burger pieces, I want Trash Bag pieces, and I want Canclock pieces. If I could find somebody, if we had the trading system, if I could find somebody that was willing to give up their Burger Mart Burger pieces or their Canclock pieces, and they're like, hey, listen, I'll give you 15 Canclock pieces. I want, let's just say, 5 Elite Plus Invincibles. You got it. You got it. I'm giving you the 5 Elite Plus Invincibles. Is that an overpay? Hell yeah. But I'm going to do it. Why? I really want these things. And this is where I say, I feel like it would be a fun trade thing. And then also for the aspect of, I have a lot of viewers that ask me like, hey, I'm new to the game, I'm trying to get started, I want to know what's the best thing. If I have that type of feature and I have the character to spare, I'll give you 2 or 3 heroes for like 100,000 pink XP, like I said, for like 100,000 pink XP, or for 200,000 blue XP, like something like that. I'll give you a pink hero, not pink, a purple hero for that, just to get you started, just to be like a starter kit. Like, here, look, blessed you up. You just started the game. Look, I'm gonna bless you up with a Elite Plus Omni Man and a Elite Plus Anissa. Go crazy. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it would be a really fun way for creators to give back to their community without having to, like, give them money necessarily or gift codes, something like that. Like, I don't know. It's just an idea because I've done gift codes and everything with my fans before on TikTok, and it was a nightmare to get everybody their gift codes. And I felt like if I was able to do something like this, it would have been a lot more simple. But I don't know. That's just some ideas I had. If you like those ideas, comment down below if they're a good idea, not good idea. And also comment down below your ideas if you have any. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Catch you guys next time. I love you guys so much. Peace out, y'all.